Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 171. We are home and we are ready to go, ready to start making money. And I had a rude awakening last night. When we landed, we went to a casino. I had a little bit of free play. We were going to run around and see if we can make some money. And the reality hit me like a ton of bricks. The reality of how crowded casinos are. And what was I thinking trying to make money, basically. We basically made nothing. I mean, converted some of the free play into cash, but that was really about it. But, we're back and we're ready to go. We're facing a lot of headwinds at the moment because some casinos have had enough. You've made enough money. We're tired of seeing you. And slowly I'm feeling unwelcome in more and more and more places. I'm going to have to sit back and count how many casinos I can go to again, because it was basically 15 casinos that I would visit all the time. And right now, the direction I'm going, I have one, maybe two that I can visit, which means I hit the one, I try to hit the second one, and hopefully that works out, and then try to hit the first one on the way home. And I'm going to have to formulate a lot of new plans, a lot of new routes to take. But as of right now, my EV has gone down tremendously, but my goals have not. So we're going to have to find a way to make some money. So last night, I did get an opportunity to make some money online, and made about $260, $255 last night, just with some opportunities. I'll be looking at that stuff more and more, as things are getting tougher at the casinos. So, made it's a little bit of a head start for today, at least. And so let's see. Well, let's do a quick recap here of our trip. Obviously, never expected to be by myself on a boat, on a cruise ship for a week. And now I see the power of being in an area that's untouched by other people. Made $10,015 on our trip. Unbelievable. I mean, I was thinking that it was going to put me further behind on my chart. I thought maybe I'd make $3,000 if I was lucky, but we made more than 3 times that much. But that's all behind us right now. We'll get that all on the chart in the next couple days and take a look. But right now, let me tell you what we're facing for today. Today we are facing a 3.5-hour trip to our first stop, because there's nothing along the way that I can visit. And then from there, hopefully another one close to that casino that we can visit, and then try to visit that one again. Now there are other options. There is one casino that recently said don't come back, but that was in the afternoon shift, and that was because I had my card inserted in the machine. And what would happen if I went on the earlier shift and did not use my card, I wonder. Is that going to give me a trespass, or am I going to be okay? I've been gone for over a week now, and I'm not sure though. So if that place would work out in the morning, I'm sure it would only be for a limited time. So I just got to think about that, and I may visit it, but probably not today. Right now it is 71 degrees outside. It is moderate rain outside. Looking at the radar, looks like the rain will probably be gone in the next hour or so, and then it looks pretty good for the rest of the day in the areas that I'm going to. So at least weather won't be a factor. I did get fuel late last night, so everything is good on that front as well. The only problem is finding a way to make money at this point. So Also today, another task I have is to check with the jewelry store that we go to and find out how much it's going to cost to replace my wife's diamond. I did get an offer from the insurance company, which I think is too low, of course, because they're never going to give you a good deal. But let's shop around and see what we can get for that price, and if we can fix it for that price, then I'll do it. If not, then I'm going to tell them I want you guys to fix this ring, and I want it whole the way it was before. It looks like I don't have any deductible on this ring, so that's good at least. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. You're all caught up. I know there's a bunch of bits and pieces of different things, but you're all caught up. We're heading out to our first stop. Plenty to do in the car on the way, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back, and you guys are going to say, what is wrong with you? That's what you're going to say to me when I tell you what I just did. Whew, that was that was very interesting there. Can't believe I just did that. Alright. Oh, let me just check. I got this stupid tire pressure monitor error. Let me just verify all the tires look good. I'm pretty sure they're fine, because most of them are new anyway. Yeah, they're fine. All right, so here's what happened. I'm like, why should I drive over 3 hours? I know. Why should I drive over 3 hours to my first place today? Why not go back to the place that said, MW, don't come back here again, and just go there anyway? What's the big deal? So what did I do? Did I obscure my license plate? No. Did I obscure my face? No. I just walked right into the place. And here's the way it happened. I was driving by. I was 2 miles away from the exit to this casino, and it was just eating away at me. I'm like, why should I not be able to come into this casino when they told me that they were kicking me out for something that I don't even do at this casino? Why not just go in there? I thought to myself, all right, there's different shifts, obviously, and the shift that kicked me out was the afternoon evening shift, and this is the morning shift. Why not just go in and see what happens? And so a lot of things at play here. Number one, facial recognition. Number two, license plate reader. Number three, location on the app. Number four, the shift that it is. And number five, using my card, actually. So there's 5 different things here. So let's unpack this. I drove the same car that I drove last time. However, I did not park in the VIP parking. I parked in the regular parking just outside the VIP, even though the license is not in my name, and I never use my card to get into the VIP. And especially that day, I didn't even use the person's card that I use. I just tailgated behind someone. So I did not think that the license plate would be the issue, and it didn't seem to be. Obscuring my face. I did not obscure it in any way. I just walked right in like I owned the place. I've known these people for a long time. They've seen me. They would definitely know if there was a flyer out on me. Walked in, and they even had these new cameras with the built-in metal detector / camera, and nobody said anything. Now, one caveat is the security guard at the door was a security manager and not the normal security guard. So maybe the normal security guard knows something, but you'd think the security manager would know more than that. So with the security manager at the door, there was not an issue. So I walked into the casino. I checked out all the machines I normally would. There was one I couldn't get to because someone was playing it. I did not use a card, but I also didn't find any plays. So I went in and out in about 20 minutes, walked around the entire casino, didn't hide myself in any way, just did my normal thing that I normally do, and did not have an issue. So what can we conclude? We can conclude that since I don't use location on the app, it was never the app, it's never been the license plate, it's not my facial recognition, and I thought maybe it wasn't facial recognition because when the guy walked up to me, he said, "Joe," and he didn't know for sure because I was using my card. It said Joe K on there. So It was definitely my card that I had used that had tipped them off. So going forward, we don't use the card. Also going forward, not going to go in the afternoon shift for a while until that guy isn't there for a while, or I'm forgotten about for a while. Because afternoons, usually I'm in and out of there in about 20 minutes. Nobody really knows me in the afternoons. So I'm not too stressed about that. But having this open up potentially as a place for me to make money again is important. Now, one downside: what happens if I win a jackpot? Is that going to be an issue? I was never sent anything in the mail. I was never trespassed. I was just told to leave. So what's going to happen if I win a jackpot? That's up in the air. So as I was checking the high limit slots, I thought to myself, what happens if I find something here and then they kick me out? Are they going to keep it? And I thought, that's nothing to worry about. Let's just go for it and see what happens. So, yeah. So that stop yielded no money, but it yielded a lot of information. And maybe if I come in the afternoon, I wear a hat, I look differently, whatever, and definitely will not be using my card, and we'll see what happens there. So that being behind us now, we're still a ways away from our next casino. We're going to head in there. Should not have any heat there at all, so hopefully make some money there. And then we have some other stresses this afternoon to worry about, but so far so good. No money made, but did not get kicked out of that place, so that's a positive. So that's what's happening right now, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. So I just talked to a jeweler that was forwarded to me by the insurance company. He had called me while we were on vacation. I just replied to him. The insurance company had offered me money for the diamond that was lost, but I looked it up online, and when you look up the value, it shows the value as like equal to what they're giving me. But when you look at what it would cost to replace it, now we're talking about more than double to 4 times the value. So I don't want the money, I want them to replace the diamond. So I talked to him, and he said he's sending us a box in the mail. We put the ring in the box, mail it back to him. He'll get it all fixed up and get a new stone in there, and then ship it back to us, and we should be whole again. And that's all I care about, was not making $100 or $200 off the insurance claim, but getting everything back to normal again. And I guess there was no deductible because of the type of loss. I don't know, but we'll see. So the other thing is, there was a leak in our kitchen while we were gone. There was heavy rain. There was a leak in our kitchen, so I actually forgot to look at that yesterday. But it's right by the chimney that was worked on a couple years ago, where they did like 2 days worth of work in or around our chimney. So I need to call those guys and say, hey, I need you to come back and take a look at this. There was a leak, and see what happens with that. So right now, only about half an hour away from my next stop, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back, and both the last casino, which is the first one of the day, and this casino, when I walked in, I was actually videotaping just in case anything was going on, but ended up being nothing at both places. So far, so good. Looked around, found a slot to play, lost like $1, no big deal. Continued on, couldn't find any other games to play. Found a good blackjack table, $25, hit 17, 6 deck, less than a deck penetration, so sat there and played. And it's like, the better the rules and the better the penetration, you get, bigger skewed numbers as far as high counts and low counts, because you're getting closer and closer to the end, and your numbers are skewed like crazy because now you're under a deck and you're multiplying instead of dividing, or multiplying by a fraction. So anyway, bought in for 300, lost that. Bought in for 3 more, lost that. Now interestingly, they had changed dealers, and the dealer, they have this little thing that signifies how much you bought in for, that the pit boss hasn't put in the system. and the dealer accidentally threw a card. It bumped into that, and it basically wiped it out, made it look like I hadn't bought in for anything, which was a little concerning because I want to look like I bought in for more than I did. But and then also there was a shift change. I was hoping to get my session in quickly and then come back after the shift change, but that didn't work out. And when the shift change happened, the pit boss said to the other pit boss, the new one, the guy, this is for the guy in seat 4, which was me. And I thought that was kind of interesting, you know, or this is the guy in seat 4 or something like that. Because when I bought in for the initial 300, they didn't put it in the computer. The second 300, they didn't put it in the computer. It wasn't until the third 300 that they put it in the system. So I don't know what they thought I had bought in for, or if they've been watching me or what. But I feel like I've been watched here for a long time. But honestly, I haven't had big enough counts for it to make that big of a difference, being watched or not. I really haven't had lately good counts in the area, so there's nothing for them to see. But ended up not doing well there. I was down like 850, and I ended up switching tables and playing there for a while. Ended up doing a lot better there, and left at the end of a shoe ahead 150. So only 150, kind of a rough start to the day. 0 at the first place, 150 here. I did find a couple other slots to play on my way out. Ended up my slot session ahead $51. So plus 51 on the slots, plus 150 on the blackjack. And gonna head over to another casino now, which I'm kind of iffy about. We'll see how things go there. But before I do, I know that there's a bank here that might be able to sell me some new pennies, because in this city there is, or nearby, there's a Fed office. So hopefully that means that there's a chance that I can get some new pennies for the collection. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll let you know what happens with that. And if I can just spend about 10 or 15 minutes on that, I'd be getting to the next casino right on time, right when the security manager is gone, and I should have a pretty good chance of being able to play there without any issues. So that's going to be our goal here. So right now we are moving on, but we're moving on to a bank, and then I'll come back and let you know what happens from there. Alright guys, I am back, and swing and a miss. I went to 2 banks, and they don't understand what the heck you're talking about when you say new pennies, and then you explain 2025 pennies, and they don't understand what you mean. So we looked, we opened a box, and there's none there, so it's unfortunate, but gonna have to probably not be able to get any, but that's okay. Right now we are moving on to another casino, and hopefully we can get some playtime in, and then we'll go play one other place potentially and figure out where we are from there time-wise. So we're moving on, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back. So there you go. Just left that place. I was at the table for a good 5 minutes, and we just bought in for 500. No issue. Phone rings. Guy talks on the phone for a second. Another guy comes over, sits next to me. Asian guy, buys in for some money. No problem. And the pit boss comes over and says, he gets the guy's card. He says, "You have your card?" I said, "No." He said, "Okay, no problem." And he walks away. I look over to my left. I see a lady hiding behind a pole. I'm like, okay, I don't know what's up with this, but I have an idea. So next thing you know, she's walking up with 4 other security people. And I'm like, oh, here we go. I don't even have my recording going at the time. So I'm like, I know what's coming. So she said, "Sir, you're going to have to go. Your play's not welcome here." I said, "Why? What did I do?" And they said, "You didn't do anything. Your play's not welcome here." I said, "Okay." And got my chips, went to the cashier, cashed out, and then went out a totally different door
than where I walked in and went out, and that was it. So I don't know what they're doing, what they're thinking, but in and out of there pretty quickly. And I don't know if somebody is following me or not, but I'm a couple blocks away right now. Seems like someone's following me, but I got to get back in there to get my car. So hopefully that's not going to be an issue. I got to use the elevator, go get my car, and get out of here. And we know what's going on here. So that pretty much wraps up most of the area. So we do what we have to do, and we'll move on to somewhere else, do something else somewhere else, and we're out of here. So, I mean, kind of had an idea. The one guy that's shouldn't be here right now, but maybe he worked late today. That's the only one I was really avoiding, and maybe he was here, maybe not, but I haven't had any problems other than him a long time ago. But it seems like there was a problem today. So unluckily, I was not at my high for the day, but luckily I was close to my high. Ended the session plus 300, so the hell with them, take their money and leave. And that's how they want to be, that's how they want to be. If they only want losers to play in there, then that's their job. That's fine. Steal from people, do whatever you want, but I got your money, I got your money. And now I am going somewhere else. We're gonna move on to another casino. I kind of feel like going on to another casino that may also be an issue, just to see who is connecting with who, and maybe I'll have a problem over there, maybe I won't, but no, I don't think I'm going to, because that one requires ID, and then if there's a problem, then it's going to be linked to my name. So I think we're just going to move on. It's funny because I even delayed coming here until I knew the guy wasn't here anymore, and still ended up being a problem. So whatever, we're moving on. So plus 300 at that stop, plus 24 on the slot machines, and I'll be back to update you soon. Oh, you're so scary, MW. Don't come in here and take our money. We're little whiny babies. Why you have to take our lollipop? That's what they were doing. That's how they were acting. We don't have to tell you why. We're just mad at you. That's what they were doing, basically. Bunch of crybabies. Took like 5 people to come up to me and not tell me the reason why. They just don't want me to play there anymore. Yeah, it's a tough business. Tough business. Only keep the losers in there. Anyway, all right. Well, we moved on to another casino, and we went and looked around. And this one, you need ID also. So I'm not hiding from the ID thing. It's just they weren't notified. So it seems like notification was just within one company and suspicion with a different company. But the word is not out, so I think everything is cool. I'm not too stressed about it. Right now, well, let me tell you what happened in there. So I walk in, looking around, don't see any kind of slot plays or anything like that. And so I go to one area to play some low-limit blackjack. It's a $15 table. Started playing, and up and down, up and down. I only bought in for 300, I believe. Yeah, 300. And just stayed within a narrow range for a long time, and then the count took a big dive, and I decided, hey, there's other tables around that don't have anyone on them, so I'll go move over there. I moved to another table, and I had when I moved, I had 347.50, which means I was ahead 47.50 on that table. So I had 3 black chips. I used those to buy into the other table and played that one for a while, and I ended a shoe plus 300 on that one. Ended up walking away from that one for various reasons, and so at that casino I ended 2 short blackjack sessions.
with a total win of plus $347.50. So I think we're up like 800 or 900 for the day. Can't really complain too much about that, considering I hardly did anything, and really not welcome anywhere in this area. So have to figure out some new plans, some new tactics and things like that, and I'll be back anyway. So the one casino, I'll be back in the mornings, and then this casino here, I'll probably come back at night on the night shift, maybe on a Sunday or something like that. Hit the night shift when these people aren't here, because now the first and second shift are no good for me here. We'll have to hit them on the third shift, so that is all fine. And I know for sure that this place does not arrest people. They just keep telling you to leave a million times and never do anything about it. So a bunch of whiny crybabies who don't want to lose their bottle. So anyway, plus $347.50, and we're moving on, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. So I was just thinking back here to last week, the week before, what was going on when I had some bad luck at the beginning of the month and all this other stuff, and how in the moment it seems like it's such a terrible thing, even though you know that you're going to get the money right back anyway. I know in a week, in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, all that money's coming back and more, but it's always like such a tragedy, because our hate of the casinos runs so deep, and it really, really does. And what happened today just reinforces it. Did I do anything wrong? No, she said, we just don't want you here. Yeah, I did something wrong. I've been beating your ass for 4.5 years. That's what I did wrong. And you guys are just realizing that I'm still coming back here. But don't worry, I'll be back on a different shift, and I'll get more money from you. But anyway, I was just thinking about that, how a couple weeks ago I was complaining because I had a bad $3,000 loss on a slot machine. I had a poker loss, and all I want to do is win and win and win and win and win and win. And I take every little loss seriously, and I know I shouldn't, but anyway, right now heading toward home because I can't really go anywhere else at the moment. There may be something going on tonight. There might be a little celebration with a family member tonight, and might take them somewhere. We'll see about that. I'll let you know about that. But let's do our segments. Then we're going to talk about some stuff coming up in Vegas as well. What did you eat today, MW? Today I had a Little Caesars pizza without the crust. Just had the pepperoni and cheese. And I tell you, that did a job on my stomach, man. I was feeling awful about an hour later, but it was good. I still give it a 10 on a scale of 2 through ace. Very tasty, very good, warm, delicious, low carb, wonderful. So, and I'm looking forward to whatever that is, September or whatever, when we have our state fair going on. That we got those 2 eating contests coming up: the watermelon eating contest and the pizza eating contest, and we're going to keep our title now. It'll be 3 years if we win this year. So we won 2 years now. And what did you tip today, MW? Today I played 3 sessions of blackjack. The first one, actually 4 sessions technically. First table, I lost like $850. Second table, I won like $1,000 or something like that. Third table, I won the 300 and got backed off. And the fourth table, I won like $47.50. And the fifth table, I won like $300. So an okay blackjack day. I tipped a total of $0 today, so that was good. And what did you learn today, MW? I learned that I knew I was going to be backed off, but I still went there anyway. I also I will be going back there on third shift, maybe Friday, maybe Sunday. I don't know. I'm going back there. I don't care. And I also learned that the first casino I stopped by today did not stop me because of my license, did not stop me because of facial recognition. They stopped me because of my card. So stay away from second shift when the guy who was there stopped me. And I will try to go back there on first shift later in the week, not until like Thursday or Friday, I don't know, whenever. and then we'll see what happens there. I am worried about getting a W-2, so I may not play a big play unless I have a partner and they put it in their name or something like that. We work something out. We'll see. What else did I learn today? Just some other stuff, miscellaneous stuff about some online stuff I'm doing, stock market stuff that I'm doing, and all that kind of stuff. So we're learning, we're improving, getting better every day. Our trip to Vegas, we're now going to be meeting with 3 different groups of people while we're there, some friends out there, and 2 different opportunities, we'll just say, potentially. I'd love to just kick it into high gear and beat the hell out of those casinos and just come home with another big week like we did last week. So $10,000 week is a nice week, but a $20,000 week would be even nicer. So we'll see about that. But right now, heading home, this morning when I left, it was like 71 degrees or something like that. Just a beautiful day all day today. No rain, no bad weather or anything. Right now it's 86 degrees. Feels like 89. Just a wonderful day outside, light breeze, and just a nice day overall. Gonna head home, spend time with the family. We haven't seen them for a long time, and we should be home at a decent hour. That's about it. So for now, I'm gonna let you go. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.